of thing. And this time we're going to go with Watford, another team who have been promoted, the other team who actually got automatic promotion this season. And first of all, in goals, then we go with Aurelio Gomez. I've given him the same overall. He played 44 games this season in all competitions and had a good season, a very solid season for him. And then also we have Gabriel Angela in the centre of the defence. Had a good season this year, giving him an upgrade of 1 in defensive stats. He's played really well consistently over the course of the year. Then at left centre back we have Ekstrand, a player who has been actually knocked out of the first team position by Matthew Connolly, a man who they have actually signed now on permanent from Cardiff. But so that's why I haven't really changed his overall. And then Cathcart, another player who I haven't changed the overall of because he hasn't really had the biggest of standout seasons, I should say. Then at right wing back we have Motta, a new player signed from Juventus. Changed his position down to right wing back. A very good player, well, and he's not that good really. So I've given him a +2. I think I haven't changed him at all, to be honest. He's still the same. Then left wing back we have Anya, a player who was about 65, 66 overall, now 72, looking like an absolute beast. He looks like he'd be a great card next year with good pace, and yeah, a very good card. And I forgot to change his stats, but he probably have a lot better defense. Now let's move on to the midfield and attack. Okay, so in midfield then we have Miguel Leon, the left back usually, but has been pushed into the midfield for the last couple of games and played a lot better. He hasn't really played that well in his first 17 games for Watford. That's why I haven't changed his overall from his head-to-head overall, and his stats are pretty much based on that. And look at that card. He looks like a fantastic player with 90 pace, good dribbling, good shooting, good defending, and good passing. Obviously the physical's not up to standard, but he still looks like a really good player. Then next to him then we have the former Wigan centre midfielder, Ben Watson, a great player, played in the Premier League, good Premier League experience as well, but only played 7 games, he's only played 20 games this year in the second half of the season because he has only just signed for them, but he has had a good solid 20 games experience for them. Then also at cam we have Abdi, one of the better players in the squad, one of the more talented attacking roles for the first team. This year, since 2013, he has scored 11 goals in 45 games and was first on loan at them from Udinese, where he got 12 goals in 38 games in that one season. Had a few decent seasons and looks like to be a good utility player for Watford in the next coming season. Well, utility, I shouldn't really say that, but yeah, anyway, up front then we have Vidra, who's actually on loan from Udinese, so it looks like he will be going back though, so that's why I've still put him there, but I'm not sure if he's going to play there. It'll be either him or Ighalo, who would get probably a 74, 75 rating as well, but he this season has had a great year. He scored 16 goals in 42 games, being one of their standout players. Then we have the main man, Troy Deeney, the man who just got out of prison a couple of years ago and has scored 20 goals for the last 3 seasons, or 4 seasons. Yeah, 3 seasons he has scored 20 or more goals in the Championship, with 21 goals in 43 games this season for Watford. Fantastic player, been there for lots and lots of years, ever since 2010 I think he has been there, which is absolutely brilliant from Troy Deeney, and he looks like an absolute beast for the Premier League next year. Hopefully he can get a few goals, and if he does, I'll be really happy because obviously he's had a controversial past. Okay, now to the really fun part of this kind of video then. We have Matthew Connolly, a player who has actually signed permanently for Watford this season after going on loan to them last year, and yeah, he signed for them now. Last year only playing 6 games actually, which is quite surprising, but in those 6 games he played really, really well, scoring 1 goal at centre half, so that's why I have given him an upgrade of, I think it's 2, because he's had a couple of good seasons in a row, and I believe he's worthy of a better overall than what he has been given. And yeah, it looks like he's going to be signing for them permanently this season. Then we have a Chelsea legend called Michael Essien from AC Milan, who looks to be signing for Watford this season. Well, they got big interest in him, so that would be a cool signing if he goes to them. This year, only playing 22 games for Milan in his whole career there for the last 2 seasons, and he's been struggling, so it would be nice to see him get his career back on track, I'd say. And then we got Umpoku a Belgian footballer. Yeah, a really, really good player, actually. He's from DR Congo. Actually, no, wait, no. He plays for DR Congo now, but he's playing for Calgary on loan, Umpoku, and he looks to be going to Watford to fill up that vacant winger spot. Then we have another player from the Serie A, Mika Richards, who's actually been playing for Fiorentina for the last year, but on loan from Manchester City. A fantastic player, played for England, Great Britain, England under 21. You know, he's played all around the block. A fantastic little player at right back, really underrated. I really like him. This season only playing 19 games though, which is a surprise because I thought he would get a lot more football than that. So yeah, and then here's a one that's actually more realistic. A player who's been very heavily rumoured in the last couple of days, Rudy Gestede from Blackburn Rovers. A lot of goals this season. He's scored 22 goals in 44 games this season in the Championship and League Cup and FA Cup. And in his total career for Blackburn Rovers, he actually scored 35 goals in 73 games, which is not a bad tally, I'd say. And then right wing back, then we have Ferroni. This player isn't probably not going to sign anymore because of the signing of Motta, but you never know. Then we have Yunus Kabul, who has obviously had a very, very torrid time at Tottenham in the last couple of years. The captain looks to be on his way out, and this looks like it could be the place where he'd go. Then we have Matt Jarvis, a very surprising one, somebody who I really rate as a Premier League player, a really good player, and yeah, I can't really see this one happening this year, but he has only played 13 games, so he's not getting first team football. He probably want to move away, and it looks like that Watford will be the place for him to go. And then next up, then we have Bakary Sacco from Wolverhampton, a player who's had a lot of Premier League interest, a fantastic player, really, really good winger, and looks to be on his way to Watford if they put in a bid. Then we have Victor Moses from Chelsea on loan to Stoke. Last season, had a good season, scored a couple of goals, 3 goals in 19 games this season, which is quite good, and yeah, I think he's a really good player. Then here's a big one, Matthew Flamini looks to be going to Watford from Arsenal, which would be a surprise, I'd say that would be a big surprise. Since his return, he's to the 2014-2015 season, he scored 1 goal in 32 games, but he is very old, and well, I wouldn't say, he's still got it. He's 31 years of age, but he's still got it, and you never know. He could go to, he could do a Cambiasso, like what Cambiasso has done for Leicester this season. Really, really helped them stay up with his fantastic performances this season. And next up, then we have Mariappa, the footballer, the English-born Jamaican footballer. He used to play for Watford back in 2005 to 2012, then going to Reading, then now at Crystal Palace, but looks to be coming back to Crystal Palace after only playing coming back to Watford after only playing 16 games this season, and he's been struggling. So it'll be nice to see him come back to the Premier League. To first team Premier League football. Then we have Antonio, a player who has a great season in the Championship this season. Very, very good, underrated winger. Scored a lot of goals. And then finally we have Tassena. He plays for Cagliari, who have been relegated this season in the Serie A, so it wouldn't be a surprise if he leaves. And yeah, so I hope you have enjoyed this video. And put down in the comments below any player who you want me to put the rating prediction from Watford, and also if I made any mistakes, because I think I've actually made a few in this video, so if I have, just drop me a comment, but don't be too mad. And also, if there's any other rumoured players going to Watford, don't forget to put them in the comments below, because I might do some more rumoured videos. And yeah,